it's been a while for the Twinflame reading. I was on the travel and times were so busy. So I was on Instagram every day. So if you need a card of the day, go to my Instagram under the same name. And well, I'm very interested what would come out of this, because I shifted my cards back home again, so I'm using my original cards again of the Star Child Oracle deck, because yeah, they're my favorite cards, and they're on this beautiful, they have this beautiful energy and vibration about it. And I will put them in the same spread that I am exercising for the last couple of readings. I start already to purge here. Yeah, wow, so many beautiful things coming out. I already see it. Yeah, let's just see and what's coming up. In the meditation I had, there was this energy of your heart is so incredible, open, is so loving, is so kind, and there is so much light in there that turns around everything, you know, no matter what people say or do, you know, it always be in this space of love and compassion for the other person, you know, not even for yourself, because you know you have that center, you know where to go, you know what is going on. So in the collective, but also in the world. So yeah, you turn around everything with your energy. So I wish I could say there were more people like that, you know, in this world, to get all this energy together and make huge transformation. Because we all can, you know, we are not here to play house. We're here to change the things that are needed to change for the better. And for some other people, it is worse, you know, because they don't have a feeling that it's directed, or that it is out in the other spheres that is not touchable for them. But yeah, in this case, yeah, it's yeah, we're not here to play house. We're here to transform ourselves, our ancestral lineage, to change the things for the better for humanity. And what's going on here? Yeah, beautiful. One more card. Wow, surrender. The theme of today is surrender. Everything what you do is coming from your heart space. So now you need to surrender. And where do you need to surrender to? Surrender into purity. Wow, how beautiful. And as we know now, in these dark times, in these times of death and rebirth, there is no other place than surrender. You know, there are so many people that see you, that know who you are, and I think in this surrendering mode, it will be more, that more people are seeing you, more things are coming to the surface, that they say, wow, I didn't know that, I didn't see that before. And a lot of things are coming to the surface. So dark stuff, uh, dark shadow stuff from the person is coming to the surface now. So we can transmute that and transform that. And with your energy and with that beautiful heart and your vibration, and you're going in that surrender mode and let it happen, it's even, brighter. You're even shine brighter in this world. And I'm so glad that that the collective is really on that, really on it, let's say it like that, really on it to do the work. And I'm very happy with that. So there are a lot of changes, nurturing that new earth, and she is grounding, and she is grounding everything, everything, divinity that is from the higher realm being, you know, it's our source, is it's our source is so nurturing for this earth. Doing, you're doing with grace, with love, with harmony. So, and you're anchoring and grounding that energy into Mother Earth. And that's the only thing on her mind. Actually, from the divine feminine, that's the only thing on her mind. How can I gather sisters, brothers together, to change this dynamic? Don't when you lean back and people are in their core, where they're coming from. You are freezing up. Okay. You are freezing up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see my connection. I see my connection isn't that want to be in this other space. You want to say, okay, I want to be connected more. I want to know more. I want to see more. I want to experience more of the cosmic energies. So you're going to higher magic. That's actually what it is. You go to higher magic, because on that higher frequency you manifest more, you integrate more, your love becomes bigger, you're not reacting anymore from the mind space, you're just, transmuting everything at the moment itself. you know it's a bit like dealing with chaos magic. If you know a bit about chaos magic, how that works, how that distracts your attention, um, but integrating it right away, transmuting that energy right away, and that is what the masculine is doing, and that is beautiful. So what is in his heart space? The elven ones, the elven energy is about Freya in the heart space, that comes in, the elven ones, the pure ones, that is connecting with you on your heart space and different levels. It's Freya is the queen of the elves and the fairies, but also she has this fierce energy about her that you don't play with. She has this beautiful shield and sword with her, to cut the cords and protect herself. So she is going through everything That is what the masculine sees. That's what the masculine sees from his heart space, that there is a protection, that she protects herself in a good way, not in a nasty way, not out of a reaction, not out of spite or remorse. No, she's just, on a lovely, gentle way saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you came to teach me, for everything you brought in my life, and for everything I did for you, because it works two sides. Okay. So it's time of Freya, also the shield maiden that says, okay, I let it go, and divine masculine sees it and feels that in his heart space. He will probably see, okay, I haven't seen this coming. I wasn't aware, but he's in connection with the elven ones, and that elven energy is also a part of his life, part of his realm. So very interesting. What's in the subconscious mind? Creation. New creation is coming in. It's like hitting lightning. Unique expression, and the flow of creation and being joyful. So because of that connection he has with his heart space and with the elven realm and with the shield maiden, with Freya, with all the beautiful energies around him, he knows how to create something new. And in his subconscious mind, he knows. But it's just the other side, is the divine feminine open, to let that energy in. Because everything from the heart space, what she's doing from the heart space, is opening up again for the divine masculine. It's opening up for the divine masculine to come in again. So it's a really beautiful space, because she knows that everybody's going through phases in their life, and there is forgiveness, and there is harmony and joy. So when that is balanced out, and creation says, okay, you have to go back in where you were in this time. You were in a dark time, you were in this chaos time for yourself. Now it's time to create. Now it's time to make something of your life, and not leaning, on the feminine energy. So it's really beautiful. And in all of this, they surrender, they both are surrendering in that whole process. So it's really beautiful how that works. So let's see how the inner masculine is reacting on the feminine side. So what is the masculine, the inner masculine for the feminine connecting with? Divine masculine. How beautiful. He's thinking, I am in my divine masculine energy. He's going through portals in his heart space. Beautiful, by the way. And essences and energies. That's in the subconscious mind that is going on. The masculine is very, very sensitive for all the energies that are coming in, and very sensitive towards the divine feminine. And he is very thoughtful also for towards the divine feminine. So I see they're more in balance, because in his in the mind space, if he is acting on the nurturing part of the divine feminine, he is the the rising of the truth. You know, he works with a gentle power because she is in her gentle space. She is in her nurturing space. So, and because of that, he shows his true strength, you know, the strength that he get nurtured by the divine feminine, but also can give that support to the divine feminine. There is no, there's no ulterior motive here. So it's genuine. It's it's almost like an ancient love. It's an ancient energy that remembers each other from many, 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 many lifetimes ago. So this divine masculine is very protective also of the divine feminine. And so she can nurture herself, she can nurture the earth, she can nurture everything what is needed in her life, you know, the joy and the fun, and you know, to be able to raise that vibration that she worked with everything, through everything. So the divine masculine is saying here, you know, you showed your true strength, you showed who you are, you stay in your center. I really appreciate what you're doing for yourself, but also for humanity, that you are not compromise, um, that you not compromise yourself, that you're not saying, okay, I'm doing this, but you're doing something different. No, you're authentic. The things that you say, that is what you do. And the divine masculine sees this. It's very, very um, grateful and joyful and playful because of that energy. So the divine masculine, about the manifestation of the divine feminine, how does he see that? He went through some portals himself. Instead of being in this energy of a lower vibration of not content, you know, feeling tired, um, feeling drained, you know, that is done. He went through some portals himself, so he could manifest on his own, and he could manifest the things that was needed in his life. So through that portal that he went is a transitioning happening. You know, he went to from more of the passive aggressive to very nurturing, very caring, and focus himself on the manifestation. Oh, I see. It's almost like it's almost, ah, it's almost like a competition, you know? He sees that divine feminine is manifesting, so he also have this drive to manifest for himself. So that's what the inner masculine sees with the with the feminine, with the inner feminine. There are two energies within, and the masculine doesn't need to compete because life is not a competition. You know, life is to enjoy. You know, enjoy your life, and be yourself, and that's more than is asked from you. You know, there's not more. But the divine masculine went through portal after portal after portal, initiation after initiation after initiation, and it doesn't stop. and he is comfortable with that within the feminine. Divine masculine says, okay, oh, there's another energy coming in, there's another frequency, there's a change, I see where it's coming from, I know what it is, I surrender myself to it, and next level is there to support the divine feminine, because that's what the masculine does. He is supporting the divine feminine um, on her journey to manifest, to nurture, to create, to shine. And that's what the inner masculine does for the inner for the inner feminine. Yeah. Light beings, the energy of light coming in, it's like, and that's also what we're seeing at the moment with the energies that are coming in at this moment. It's huge, it's a huge transformation. I don't think I ever experienced so much light in a dark period of time, and everybody is so focused on that lower vibration, on that darkness. But there's never been so much light in this world at the moment. And that's also what the divine masculine feels within the divine feminine. It's almost that the divine feminine is celebrating this time to be in this space, in this time, at this moment, because it's so freaking exciting. And um, and that is what she feels. The divine masculine feels exactly what the divine feminine is needed. Oh, you need integration time because there's so many changes and so many energies being shifted here at the moment. And when you go through that, you know the only thing I can support you with is with light. So the divine masculine is supporting that feminine, that the inner masculine is supporting that inner feminine with light and with love and with care, and saying, okay, listen to yourself. And he's actually the voice of the divine, for the divine feminine, to protect her, to say, for instance, oh, I think you need a little bit stepping back or protecting your energy. So don't give away too much energy. So, um, because you need to be ready for the next uh, journey or the next mission you have to go on to. So you need to persevere and to hold your energy there what you need it. So he is so supportive of the divine feminine to hold that space for her, to say, okay, you know, take another day out, take a day off, do it easy. You have days enough, so you don't have to stress. So really, really amazing how the divine masculine does that for the divine feminine. And all what the divine feminine is doing is integrating that energy of the divine masculine in her subconscious um, layer, in the subconscious mind. So it's really beautiful, and she's just in that surrender, going with that energy. Yes, she knows that there is some things going on, what feels off, but she is in that surrender mode. She said, whatever it is, or it will come to me, or it will leave my system, or it will leave my life, and I surrender to that. That's not my, it's not my problem. I know what my mission is. I know how I am in my heart space. And if other people want to abuse that, go ahead. Time will tell. Time will tell. So she is just in that surrendering mode, and I feel that sometimes that is for the masculine uh, a, a, a pretty tough space to be in if you're a divine masculine from the outside. You know, that's the shield maiden that he is seeing. Let's see, what are the three other cards coming in for the feminine within the masculine energy in the mind. Okay, what we have here. In the mind, the Syrian emissionaries. So climbing to the light, the elders in the heart space, and light language. Oh, wow. It could be that the masculine went through so many portals that his feminine within is so activated that other energies are coming through than just the normal normal energies that he is used to. That's what I feel. Because when you are connecting as the feminine within the masculine, is that higher vibration, the Syrian missionaries that is coming around, and that is be in your space, you know, connect with it, be in that tune up that you get. It's the light language, it's the source of life, and the light activations that is coming into existence of the divine masculine. So that is how he relates to the divine feminine. So in his heart space, it's the elders, you know, connecting with the elders, connecting with the ancestors. And that is so important in this time. You know, and our ancestors are also the gods, the goddesses, the totem animals we are working with. The totem animals are, we could be and will be the incarnations of our ancestors. So they show us the way how we relating to them and how they relate to us. And the elders is our ancestors and our ancestral lineage, where we are connecting with in these times, you know, in these beautiful times, because we had sowing. What an amazing energy was that sowing. You know, it was a beautiful energy, and it was so much light. It was so much joy. I felt there was so much joy, but also when you connected with the ancestors, they were very joyful. It was not about they're always happy to see us when we connecting with them, when we going there, and we open that door and we open that portal to visit them, or they visit us, you know, on different levels and different moments in time. And then, you know, okay, they're here, okay, we are working with them, and they're giving us the answers, they're showing us how things needs to be done or needs to be different in our lives, that needs to be transmuted and transformed. And we're honoring them, you know, on those days, and even in these times where we're heading from the death and the rebirth. It's all our ancestors that are doing this. This is so amazing. and I'm so happy because for me personally, I'm very happy for that, because when I visit my parents, or I visit my grandparents, you know, they're always giving me information I didn't know yet, and that's how they share with you what is going on in your life and what you need to know. And sometimes we don't see everything, but they do, and they give you exactly that uh, yeah, that information that you need to know. And it's always beautiful, always beautiful. Because the divine masculine went through the creation in his subconscious mind. He wants to create because the light came in, you know, the great all or source came in. And um, because he went through portals, now the divine feminine within the divine masculine is getting information and language through that is unfamiliar for the masculine. But it's the feminine side of him that knows, like, oh my gosh, what's this? And that means that he is leveling up to a higher frequency, that he doesn't know um, how to pronounce it, and maybe he's not there yet to pronounce it, but he is transmuting it within himself on an artistic level. So he could make music out of light language codes. Could be that he starts to draw or he starts to paint, and you see that light language from the inner feminine coming through. So it's really interesting um, how it is working. But this is so balanced out on both sides: the support, the creation, the support from source, the support from the shield maidens, the goddesses, the ancestors. Everything is so balanced out. So let's get the last card, and it's the Acturians. So it could be that there is news coming in from the Acturians that you are connected with. You know, we're all connected with a frequency that is out of this world. You know, we grounding that energy into this earth because it's needed, so the world and the earth can the world is already going with this upgrade. You know, we're getting these upgrades, and it's needed to shift and change our DNA, so we can adapt more things, that we can hold more light, that we can do more things, that we can communicate on an easier level, you know, with what is going on between the masculine and the feminine. Because the masculine and the feminine on that level, they're coming closer and closer and closer together. And not on that 3D, not on the 3D matrix level. That's not how I see a lot of people that are not able to connect anymore with people in the third dimensional realm, because they're totally out of alignment with each other. You know, there is no the only thing that could hold them together is the love of their hearts. You know, that is what that what binds them together, that love for each other in the heart space. But in communication, they can't find each other anymore, and they can't see the view of each other anymore, because they're outgrew each other. And that's really beautiful, because everybody has a task here in our lives, you know, if it's for the dark or the light, or whatever group you belong to, or whatever community you have in your life at the moment. You know, we all need to start looking at the side of, as long as if there is love in our hearts, then things can transform. And that's what the divine feminine, that's her mission. That's the mission, to see every masculine as the image of Jesus, you know, as the image of Christ, and see those qualities also in that person. And when you see those qualities in that person, that Christ consciousness, then you know, you don't have to um, actually communicate. It's all going in um, telepathy, you know, and coming from the heart space, and understanding that love is the greatest thing on earth, that holds everything together. You know, love is also what a family holds together. And you see a lot when a mother or a father um, leaves this earthly plane, that the mother is always the one that holds that family together. And sometimes when the mother falls away, you know, the whole system falls. You know, siblings don't get along anymore, they're going their own way. And you know, the mother is the glue of the family. And when that's not there, you know, everything starts to fade away. So, and it's also with the masculine, with the support system. You know, if, for instance, the divine masculine didn't have the support um, of the divine feminine, you know, it crumbles, because there is that compassion is not there. Yeah, and that is all, you know. The only thing that's holding everything together is the heart, is that loving heart. And that is what the divine masculine sees in the divine feminine, you know, that she is holding that heart space. And it doesn't mean that you um, need to be with each other. You know, it can be that you're on a different level, but that and that you're not that you're in separation, but you are in a totally different world. You know, could be that you're living somewhere else, or you know, there is a gap, yeah, and literally and figuratively a gap between you two. But the divine feminine knows that she can love on a distance, and she will not give the divine masculine um, the runaround, or she's not playing games with him. She only was that nurturing factor in his life, and she's just surrendering. And the Acturians are saying, you are on a mission, you have a mission, and that is where your energy needs to go now. There is no time for anything else in your life than completing that mission. And you already completed a mission, and now a next mission is coming up, because the work is never done. But they will send in people on your path, masculine and a different masculine, to come in to support you. As long as your divine inner divine masculine can support the divine feminine, everything is okay. When there is a disbalance there, it's difficult for the other divine masculine from the outside world to come into your life. As long as this balance is going in and going on, you will attract other masculines on your way, you know, to support you, to honor you, to care for you, um, to give and to nurture. And nurture is what the divine feminine does towards the divine masculine, but the masculine is providing her safety, and that is really amazing what is going on. So for everybody who's out there and still watching, I give you all the love and all the blessings, and stay in that beautiful heart, you know, so you can shine your light, so you are needed in this world, so you can do the things that you need to do. And with support with our, you know, friends and our ancestors, we will make it to the end. Okay, all the love, all the blessings, and I see you next time. Bye bye.